Well, howdy friends and neighbors, how y'all doing? Shoot, it's a mighty fine day to be out here cooking brats on the grill. Hey, this is my rendition of a catch, clean, and cook. We're gonna go and throw some of these here. Well, okay, let me back up a little bit. I wanted to go fishing. Let's set this down here. I wanted to go fishing, you see, and well, it's not been cooperating with the weather and such. So with rain and more rain hitting, I decided to do a little, we call it refrigeration fishing. So we went into the old refrigerator and we found ourselves some bratwurst. All right, so we've got those ready to go on. We're gonna do up them. We're gonna do them backwoods style though. All right, so we're gonna chop up some onions and some peppers and we're gonna put it all together. We'll show you how we do it. We're gonna get that grill here fired up. If you ain't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Ring that bell, ding, 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 ding. Get those notifications every single time I launch a new video. And yeah, smash that like button. Just smash it right down there for me. I really do appreciate it. So we're gonna go fire up the pit. We're gonna get some victuals chopped up. Got that all ready to go. We got some chicken going on there. We got a couple of chicken breasts, so we'll have some grilled chicken and some bratwurst and some onions and peppers. And yeah, let's go ahead and put it all together. Oh, wait a minute. There's one thing I'm gonna need. If I'm cooking brats, I'm gonna need a beer. That's right, I'm gonna need a beer because these are beer brats. That's right. So, all right. Hey, and I'm not sponsored by these guys, so I hope nobody gets upset with that, but just what the hillbilly drinks. So, hey, we're gonna go ahead and get her done. See you in a minute. See you at the grill. All right, and we're back. So, let's get this here chimney started up. We got ourselves a pile of royal oak up in here. We got ourselves some newspaper stuffed up underneath. Get our old trusty long lighter, got our protective gloves so where we pour it in, we don't burn ourselves up, but we're gonna go ahead and use the Char-Griller for this particular cook. I think the big pit, a little bit too big. Let's probably get a little bit smoky here for a minute. We'll go ahead and open this up right there. Woo-wee, look at that smoke going. All right, so once we get this here all fired up and ready to go, we'll turn this back on and hey, we'll see you after the smoke settles. See you in a second. All right, we're back. So here's what we got going on. We've got ourselves a plate full of vegetables. We got ourselves some onions all chopped up. I threw some red peppers, just happened to have them. Had me a mess of garlic, put that together. And I know a lot of guys put exact recipes. When you're doing this backwoods style, there ain't no certain recipe you need to follow. Whatever you like, okay? I like some onions. I like to put them on top of my dog or on the side a little bit when I'm done, but what we're doing is we melted down a stick of butter. Got that butter going good, all right? Then all you gotta do is take your butter and your vegetables and put them together, all right? I got it all melted over the heat, so let's go ahead and get those in there with all that goodness. All right, there we go. Set that aside, all right? Give that a little stirry. Get that all good and buttery, all right? Let those vegetables kind of soften up in there. So while they're doing that, we'll just kind of, well, when you're making beer brats in the backwoods, there is something that you need to have, all right? You got to have a couple of different spices. Now me, I just make up my own AP. Now this ain't nothing more than equal parts salt, granulated garlic, and black pepper, all right? Absolutely must have. I put it on everything. It's kind of the base for what I'm doing. All right, now for this particular one, I'm using just a little bit of this Weber seasoning. It's just a dry rub original. It's good on just about everything, including the flip-flop. Sorry, guy. All right, so with that, we got our beer, all right, and we got our brats. So once these onions here get a little bit farther along, we'll go ahead and put the beer in, and yeah, we'll do that here in just a second. See you in a second. All right, here we are. Let's go ahead and check them out. These onions, oh yeah, they are looking extremely good. So go ahead and give them a little stir. You're just looking for them to soften up a little bit, start to change color, and that's what we got going on there. So now let's go ahead and add the next ingredient, which is one of the most important ingredients when you're making beer brats. That's the beer. So we want to go ahead and open up a can of your favorite brew. Now make sure you got enough for you too, okay? Don't just be pouring that beer in there and, you know. There we go. Couple of cans of beer. Get them in them brats real good, okay? Set them aside. Give that a little stir there, a little mix, okay? Bring that back over top of that flame. Yeah, don't use your hands to grab that, by the way. That would be a mistake I don't want anybody else to make. So, it wasn't today, but it may or may not have happened. I'm not going to deny that or confirm that. All right, so let's go ahead and get that bubbling up. Now, while we're doing that, now this is important, we're also going to do up some chicken breasts. Now, you don't want to use the same tongs and cross-contaminate things, okay? It's kind of like going to the grocery store with gloves on, coming back out to your car and touching your steering wheel after you've been inside. Why'd you wear the gloves in the first place, right? Just saying. Okay, I'm going to take a couple of nice chicken breasts here. I'm just going to lay them right here on the grill. Now, what do I got on them? I got that there AP I told you about a minute ago. All right, that's just a combination of salt, pepper, and garlic, equal parts. Just mix it up a little bit at a time when you need it, or put it in one of these little bottles you got from one of your other little shakers, and makes it real easy. So, got a little bit of that going on. All right, that was from chicken, so keep chicken tongs on the chicken plate, keep vegetable tongs on the vegetable plate. We're gonna grab just a little bit of this Weber. Just a touch, not a lot. Just a little bit on there for some color. There we go. That's about right. All right, now I like to put a little bit in there. Take a little bit of this here. Put a little bit of that in there. And you see how precise that is, okay? You use exactly that amount. Whatever that amount is, that makes your, you know, funny bone tickle. So, all right, we got that going good. Little mixy with them spices in there. All right, looks like that's just about ready to start boiling. So we'll go ahead and give that just another second. And while that does that, you add the beer to yourself. So you add the beer to that, you gotta add the beer to yourself. Make sure you do that. That's what makes beer brats, drinking beer. All right. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our beer brats and put them in our goodness and let them boil for about, oh, good 20 minutes or so, till they're happy. You'll know when they're happy. They're kind of, you know, cooked through. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's go ahead and open that up. There we go. So now that you got this at a good little boil, okay, we're gonna go ahead and put these brats in here. Just snuggle them down there in that goodness. All right. So now, with them on there, set that aside. All right. Switch tongs, because now we're gonna play with the chicken. Okay. Go ahead and just give that a little turn over. And there we go. All right. We kind of got those set off from the main part of the heat, just kind of in there. Got that just kind of setting off, so that's going to do its thing here. So hey, we'll close this down, clean up our mess a little bit, and here in about 20 minutes or so, we'll be back to check on them there brats. All right, see you in 20. Peace. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Listen to the bubble. Can you hear that bubble? That sizzle, that pop? Oh, this is going to be so good. All right, well, it's been a little over 20 minutes, so let's go ahead and open her up, see what we got. Oh, my goodness. This is some backwoods deliciousness right there, I gotta tell you. So, you got the chicken going, all right? I've already taken the little thermometer there, temperature probe, and checked the chicken, so we're doing good there. And that's a handy little thing to have if you don't already have one. These little instant temperature things, they ain't real expensive, but boy, they's handy. Just stick it right in there, turn it on, bam. I know exactly where that temperature is, making sure, you know, we're not killing anybody, so we don't want to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and move these guys over here just a little bit, make some room on the grill. All right, now what you want to do is you want to take your brats, okay, and you want to lay them over top of some of this hot flamage. All right, give them a grill. Now you don't want to, this ain't going to take very long right here, okay? Just want to tell you, okay, this is a quick little process. So you're just giving them some color, because they done all the cooking they need to do right in here. So you got all that goodness, if you can see it. All right, that's yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead and let them do their little thing here real quick. Get a little color, put that down for just a minute, and here in a second we'll open it back up. We'll give them a flip. All right, takes I'd say about 2 minutes aside at the most, really, for this. If you're putting it right over top of the coals like I did. Some people go indirect, they'll kind of use the heat of the grate and just move it over to the side a little bit. Me, the cooking's really being done in the beer. So right now I'm just looking to put a little bit of color on those. So just go ahead and put them on that direct heat if you feel comfortable with it. Just really keep an eye on things. You don't want to wait too long, you know. Have a watch if you got one, and check the time. If not, set a timer, minute and a half, and get back in there and flip them over. And so let's go ahead and do that now. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. Those beautiful little grill marks. That is looking fantastic. All right, a little bit more time in there. And yeah, we'll be putting those back into that pan for just a little bit longer while the chicken finishes up. Kind of reduce those onions just a little bit more, and we'll go ahead and throw them on some buns, and yeah, that's going to be that. So hey, I think I covered everything. We'll show you the finished product here in a minute. See you in a second. All right, so they've been on just long enough. Give them one more quick little flip. Looking scrumptious, chicken looking good. All right, just kind of move that over, make sure we got that over some good heat. So we're going to keep that bubbling and boiling, and we're going to put these back in there here in just a second. All right, there's that second we needed. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. Just absolutely beautiful. Go ahead and lay them back there and that goodness. At this point, they are done and ready. That one could use just a little bit more on that side, I think. Now, like I said, I want to cook that onion mixture down just a little bit more, reduce that just a little bit farther than it is right now, and kind of get some of that liquid out of there. But that's the perfect topping, I tell you, for these here brats. All right, there we go. So there's the brats. Just finishing up. Got the chicken, a little bit more of that liquid cook out of that, and we should be ready for plating. All right, so here we are. We're back in there. Everything's looking like it's cooking down perfect. Them brats are beautifully done. They got them onions and the peppers done all up nice. So let's go ahead and do a quick little recap on what we did here. We took our pan, got our coals going nice and hot, and melted down a stick of butter, chopped up some onions, threw in some red peppers. Maybe you don't have a red pepper, maybe you got a green pepper, maybe you don't like peppers. That's okay, like I said. It's all up to what you want to have on your finished product. So I like making sure I cook them in some onions and some peppers. They get some nice and flavorful, adds a little extra element to it. So add what you like. Me, red pepper, onion, garlic. Toss it down with a stick of butter. Got a couple of chicken breast on there, just off to the side. They've been kind of doing a low and slow thing, just kind of off heat, and they're looking perfect. Their temperature's right there. So hey, if you like this video, all right, you want to see more of them, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you ain't already done so, ding that bell, ding 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 ding, make sure you get all those videos and everything there, and it'll appreciate you, love all you for being with me. Hope you enjoyed this. We're going to take these on in the house and put them on some buns, and from there, yeah, it's time to eat some food. All right, hey, keep living life in the backwoods. Do yourselves a favor. Be good to one another. Peace.